Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Nobody's Watching Wrestling podcast. We are, as always, brought to you by Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. If you don't want to buy our fragrance, then what are you doing?
I don't know. I have a very sensual voice today because I have a sore throat.
Lady Berica Andrews, as always, is incredibly sensual. I'm Ariel Italic, and I'm sexy in an aggressive way that makes you think of your mom's friend.
Oh! Oh my god!
I don't think my mom has those friends.
Your mom definitely... Oh, I bet your mom actually has those friends, but she's not good friends with them.
No, if you had straight friends growing up, then your mom's friends had like a me effect on them. I'm sure of it. At least one of your mom's friends had like a
Your
weird
mom probably
overlapping
had
thing.
that effect on some of your straight friends.
Okay.
That's DJ Accident Report. He's uncomfortable
He's always uncomfortable. It's fine.
whenever he's talking to us.
Don't worry about it.
We have so many shows coming up.
We do. I'm very excited. I sounds like I'm not, but I actually am very excited. To be booked as blessed, right?
We have 4 shows WrestleMania. I'm doing commentary at Battle Club Pro
We've got
on Wednesday.
Should we just list them in order right now for everybody to just kind of like
Yeah.
think
that's
about?
literally what he was doing.
Oh, okay.
So we got Battle Club Pro Wednesday, April 3rd. Then we got on Saturday.
We've got 2 shows, starting with Tasselmania at Drom, and then moving on to our official after party, the Gay Young Classic
Ooh.
at Bedlam.
Oof.
We're also starting Drag Race again every Thursday at Brooklyn Bazaar. And you guys have a brunch on every
Sunday. It's today. I'm just coming from the brunch, and this is why my voice is shot because I'm sick, and also but it's so much fun.
Also, speaking of Sundays, our WrestleMania viewing party, the Sunday of WrestleMania.
A Sunday of WrestleMania.
At
Our Wicked Lady. It's in Bushwick off the Morgan stop
Great.
of the L.
Oh my God, we have so many shows. We also have the Slammies March 24th. We'll talk about that later.
Slammies March 24th. That's going to be at the Vault in Brooklyn, also off of the Morgan stop, Morgan L stop in Bushwick. Thank you, Cameron Cole.
Yeah, so come to all of that. I am almost definitely going to be at those shows.
I'm almost definitely will be there spiritually I'll be there physically, but mostly spiritually.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Do we have other sponsors or anyone right now?
Well, if you type in the just nobodies at WrestleCrate, you can get 20% off of
And
your
Lapel
WrestleCrate.
Yeah.
And LapelYeah.com. We'll put those websites below the podcast somewhere.
That's it.
Wow, we're
announcements.
very excitable today,
We
all
have
of us.
So much to talk about every day.
It feels like our shows. It feels like when we're doing stuff, it comes in waves, and we'll not be doing anything for a while. Oh, sip that tea, girl.
Thank you.
She was literally sipping some
Just
tea.
right in the mic.
Everyone who commented on my ASMR video about how much they hate ASMR, so sorry about all of our... Do we have topics to talk about?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Whew, let me find them.
Woo!
Hold on.
Woo! Woo!
The first one that comes to mind. Charlotte.
Oh, God.
She's-
What do I need to know about her?
She's dating Andrade Cien Almas.
I don't know what that means.
He's from NXT. He's,
Okay.
He's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Of course. She's a good-looking woman. Why wouldn't she have a good-looking man?
You know
That's
what?
it.
Go get it, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Get it, Charlotte?
That's all there is to say about that.
Use a damn fine mother. Why don't you back that ass up?
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for him.
Good for him.
You know what? I hope they're both happy.
I have a friend that I used to work with that is from Long Island, and we started a hypothetical, theoretical show called Good for Her. Good for her. We're just celebrating people. It was just called Good for Her.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe that'll be my web series that never happens.
Good for her.
Good
You
for
can use
her.
it to sell your T-shirt you don't have.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, but the T-shirt we could do, that's really attainable.
Y'all, I'm getting there. Don't pressure me.
If anyone is just bored one day and feels like photoshopping a Happy Berica Day T-shirt, we'll we'll talk about that. with you if you just DM us. I might have to do it for her.
Maybe
and
should
I don't know how to use Photoshop.
I should maybe talk to my therapist about why I'm so resistant to creating merch for myself.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I think it might
you
be
got to
time.
have that conversation with her.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not really sorry because there's nothing to be sorry about because I don't know why it's not happening.
People just want to give you money to have your name on that.
I think that's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, and I love you. It'll happen one day.
A bunch of people got called up to the main roster finally.
Great.
Oh, who?
Aleister Black,
Bish.
Ricochet,
Oh yeah.
Bish. Of course he was getting called up, though.
Johnny Gargano,
Mm-hmm.
and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know. No one knows what they're really doing because Gargano and Ciampa still have belts, so they have to. They're doing something strange where they're like coming.
You can't
with
take an NXT belt into the main roster?
It happens rarely. Sasha did it once or twice.
Sasha does everything.
Yeah, and someone else, Kevin Owens, I think, did it.
Ooh.
But like, it's generally not done, and it generally means they're about to lose it because they don't really have the NXT belts on the main shows.
That's fair.
Oh, they also
Oh.
pulled a Drag Race season finale and filmed 2 different endings of a NXT episode.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh. Yeah.
Was anybody out there at that show and can like speak to us about the 2 different endings?
From what I gather, so this week, Velveteen
So fidgety.
Velveteen beat Gargano for the American belt, so that's fun. But then they filmed another ending where Johnny comes in and takes the belt after he loses it.
Well, that seems like on par.
And then a third ending where Trinity the Tuck comes in.
Oh, bitch, I would live for it. Can you imagine if Trinity came into WWE?
She would fit in.
She would fucking slay.
Yeah.
Also, can we, to detract for a second, Monet's album was number 2 on the regular iTunes chart.
Oh,
Whatever,
I haven't
like
listened to it yet.
It's not even like the specific comedy or pop charts. It was like the main iTunes chart. She got number 2 for her album.
She has one song that's a really like Sylvester-y track.
Oh,
it's
cool.
like really disco-y, and she's in like a falsetto range, and
I love
it's
it.
like pretty great.
Oh, I want to
She's
listen to
trained
it.
with opera. Like, she's a trained opera singer. She
That's
just never
amazing.
really did it here in New York a lot. So I haven't listened to any of it yet, but I'm anxious to.
Oh, I'm
and
gonna-
also
I'm gonna listen to it
Trinity's
when I get
album was
home.
number 1 on the comedy charts.
What do you think about those them people being on the main roster?
Those them people.
I am mostly concerned, as I always am, about Velveteen Dream and what because the last I checked in with Velveteen, she had some drama with Aleister Black.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was a while ago, huh?
Oh, because if he's going away and Velveteen doesn't have him to play off of, what's she doing now?
What's she doing?
Well, she has the belt now. She has the North American belt.
Okay, well that's good.
She was fighting with what's the group? I'm using your comb.
You're keeping that comb. I don't want it anymore.
My hair is fully clean. Okay, I'm a fidgety person. You probably know this from watching our show. And I'm combing my hair with a comb that was on Ariel's table. And now she's concerned that there's lice in it, but it's just flaky dandruff.
Anyway,
No, it was that group, the Undisputed Era, that she had some sort of like.
They're still around.
happening.
They're still like being them. They're still just like
They're just being themselves.
yeah.
And I bet that one guy who's the leader of the Undisputed, he's like real mad that he didn't get called up because
Yeah.
he thinks he's like everything.
They haven't done like a storyline about that yet. I wonder when they will. Of like some new heel is mad that he didn't get called up as fast as everyone else. That would be
fun.
kind of interesting. Other NXT news was that Mia Yim offered a devastating read of Shayna Baszler and described her as Sharon Corbin.
whoa!
Oh my god, that's kind of so fun. I don't know who Mia Yim is at all.
She's great.
Have I seen her wrestle before?
Maybe not. She's relatively new on NXT. She was in both Mae Young Classics. She's really
Okay.
cool. She's really
She
cool.
seems cool. She
I
knows how to
interviewed
read,
her for
bitch.
Oxygen a long time ago, like
Cool.
way before she was on anything.
Cool.
I mean, she was on stuff. That's not true. She was on Impact, but she wasn't on more mainstream things.
I don't know. I have to say though, Baron Corbin could never. Like, the real tea is that
That's actually true.
we should be reading him as Shane Baszler. Like,
Yeah.
fucking wishes.
Come on.
Good point.
Yeah. What's next?
Jay White beat Tanahashi for the big NJPW belt.
Poop, 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 poop. I don't know.
That was... Was that an expression of opinion or just a noise?
It's just something that came out of my mouth. I can't explain.
Do you know who either of those people are?
Jay White sounds familiar. Who else did you say?
Tanahashi.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Japanese guy with a ponytail who's very heroic.
Cool. Jay White is a white person?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he always has like those knife wounds on his legs.
Oh, don't like him. I specifically don't like his pants.
And you've extrapolated that such that you
Yes.
do not like the rest of him.
I don't like the rest of him.
Well, he's the main guy now.
I mean, he was the
Well,
one who his whole
The main guy, as in he didn't get called up to AEW or anything else.
You're calling it called up to AEW.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
shade.
called over,
Yeah.
I guess.
called through. I think it's an up.
I think it's...
I'm putting a lot on AEW.
You are. It's
because
your
I'm
hopes and
ready for
dreams.
it. It is my hopes and dreams to keep me satiated with this wrestling shit.
So Jay White was...
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll get to talk eventually. Jay White was the one who had the storyline about him sort of being like the young, overconfident upstart, correct?
Yes, in a similar way to Kenny Omega, and people think because Kenny is going to AEW, they're just slotting him into that role.
That seems reasonable. I think that I sort of like the idea that he's a little too young and a little too, has a little too much hubris to make this happen, but then, like, you give him the title, and then he's a good heel, and then you have something to work with there. Like, the heel can't lose every time.
And also, if you don't have any good story ideas, why not just recast? It's cool.
That's what they did.
Yeah, that's a full Once Upon a Time moment. Just
It's
reboot
a full, just soap opera moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Great.
I think it's fine.
I'm
yeah.
happy with it.
I wish Jay White were a little bit more of a compelling wrestler, but, you know.
She had more compelling pants.
I wish he had a better dye job.
Okay, well
Well,
there's that.
We all got things to say about
Well, what's next?
it. Speaking of AEW, we actually did not cover. We were just excited about it privately. Their Sonny Kiss and Nyla Rose is getting signed.
I mean,
It's got really teary-eyed for a second.
I saw it happen. I watched it happen.
it's super exciting.
Our friend Damian Blewett, who does We Watch Women's Wrestling on YouTube, you should check him out. He's a cute little queer boy from the South. Just spliced together a cute little like LGBT video. I cried.
And
I loved it. We're at a moment, y'all. We're at a moment.
I loved it, but did not cry.
It's fine.
But it's a legit moment. It's funny because I keep thinking of there's a clip of Billy Dixon backstage at a Matter of Pride wrestling event where he says specifically, he's talking about how like queer wrestlers have to work so hard, and he's like, one person in this room is going to be on TV in the next 5 years, but only one of us. And it was
now there's like,
But
not
now it's but
specifically
he's not
in that-
even right because
Well,
But
there's
it's
two.
not specifically in that room. But if we're talking about the room in a larger
Yes,
sense,
yeah.
I mean, thank you AEW.
Yeah.
Like really, like that's huge.
well, that's the things I think that what that quote speaks to is how we don't expect to get representation like that, and to see multiple really incredible queer performers get booked,
And
like
also-
high profile bookings like this is so important to people who don't think that it's possible.
Yeah. And also to have like Penelope in there to be like this huge ally for our community.
For sure.
Okay.
And Brandy obviously too.
And
Brandy
too, and Cody, of course. Like he's,
Well, Cody said some stupid shit.
well, of course. Well, he's a straight white dude.
Right.
He probably said some stupid shit,
Totally.
but he's in a
He's got his
position-
heart in the right place.
He's got his heart in the right place, and he's in a position where he's trying to change some things.
Yes. And he's doing it.
He's doing it, and it's fucking incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm very excited.
Also,
That was an
not
actual
just
tear.
like symbolically. I'm so excited to watch that match. They booked it's Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray versus someone else. Ooh, who was the third person? Either way, I cannot wait for that
Doesn't
match.
fucking matter. I want to watch everything they're doing.
Yeah. So exciting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Couldn't come fast enough. Hope they get a TV deal. I'm sick of watching like television that insults my intelligence like the WWE does every single week. Speaking of which, like they're already talking about breaking up the New Day and having like Kofi and Big E fight because now Kofi's popular and they like
What?
Yep.
Boo.
What? When did that happen?
It's just like discussions now. No one knows what's actually happening, but it's just like that's the rumor is that they want Kofi and Big E to fight.
And where does that leave Xavier, baby? Have you heard anything?
No.
I mean, that's just, in general, the thing that bothers me is that I love the New Day's interplay so much, and we don't have a lot of tag teams that I really feel like are exclusively focused on bringing joy. Like, there are people I like, but no one is out there specifically to be like, we are imparting joy to the world. And it's just intentionally breaking that up so they can have a fight between them is just forcing me to give up the one joyous thing that I have.
Yes. I agree.
I sound like I'm pinning my entire mental health on the New Day.
No.
You're
And
not?
I don't think you are.
I might be.
What if you are?
I can't tell you for sure whether or not I'll be thrown into an irrevocable depression by the breakup of the New Day.
Could
but
you
let's
imagine
not risk it.
if that was the thing that really broke you?
Oh my god.
I mean, honestly,
you should really start preparing for it now because it's probably going to
Yeah,
happen.
right.
it's okay. I just found out that my new insurance covers therapy with just a $30 copay.
Oh, rad.
So-
okay, so we're good.
We're gonna hopefully see some major transformations in my mental health, everybody.
Oh. I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
For me to be healthy. Thanks.
No, I'm very prepared for whatever you want to do with your life.
Okay.
Speaking of nice things you can do for yourself, Lapel Yeah sent us a really it didn't make any sense.
No, it's great. Everyone, Lapel Yeah is a wonderful company. They make pins and other things. They are associated with WrestleCrate, who's also someone that we are sort of in a business relationship with. If you want to
It's
buy...
just like a just the tip situation right now.
Yeah. If you want to buy anything from either Lapel Yeah or WrestleCrate.com, you can use the code NOBODIES to get a discount at checkout, and that's going to make everything cheaper for you. It's going to help us because we look like we sold something to you. It's going to help them because you bought something. It's going to help you because you got a discount. There's really no downside to using the Nobody's code at checkout at either WrestleCrate.com or LapelYeah.com.
But also, we have this Valentine's Day box.
Oh, they sent us
Oh
Valentine's.
my God, they sent us this beautiful thing. I'm going to open it right now.
I already
open
looked
it?
through it, and boy, am I excited for
You
you to see
looked
what
up-
it is.
Bring it between us.
Okay, so this first thing is, it looks like balls. Sable Bomb, it says.
I love a ball.
I think it's a bath bomb.
I've been wanting a bath
motherfucker.
bomb. What's Sable Bomb though?
Sable was a hot lady from the 90s.
Oh, it's not Sable.
Yeah,
I think
I
I know
guess.
who that is.
Oh, fuck.
This
We
is
are
what
going
she
to...
sounds like.
We're gonna get full 90s sexy in the bath.
Not we together, but
No.
separately.
I mean, you know,
we could call each other on phone. You don't seem like a bath bomb type
I
of person.
do not like a bath.
So I think we are going
Though
to
they're
split
yours.
this.
Yeah.
Patreon reward podcast. Berica and I separately on the phone taking baths in a Sable Bath Bomb.
I'm actually down for that. Actually, yes.
Okay. What you know what we're gonna discuss during that podcast is the Sexual Awakening stickers pack.
Berica just turned bright red looking at it.
These are pictures of very 90s women. They have alluring looks. They have dry hair. They have flowers.
Can you open it?
I think I just broke.
Hold on.
I broke for a second. Wait, open it in the mic.
We're getting to your ASMR section later.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
the first one is a picture of a woman with high dry hair.
I love her
She definitely
so
was in a
much.
White Snake video at one time.
She definitely got cut at the during auditions.
Oh, is
these
that
are
Tommy Dreamer?
At least a wrestler
Oh,
and two ladies around him.
ECW. Okay.
One of them has since committed suicide for sure.
That's Lita
oh
looking
my-
amazing.
Oh, is that Lita?
Lita's abs in her roll-up. She's fully just wearing men's boxers.
I'm fully turned on by Lita right now. It's
Whoa,
weird.
look at this gold dust
Okay.
at Marlena.
Okay,
What?
I have seen this picture previously, and it is my everything.
It's truly
Let me see.
everything.
Oh, we maybe need to recreate this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually.
Oh wait, I have a lot of questions about this particular
Who-
ab monster.
who-
I don't know who that is.
You just called him an ab monster.
Yeah, that's someone that I would never admit to having sex with, but did have sex with.
Okay,
for sure.
we have a lot of other things to get through. And
I would
looking at pictures.
I would fully admit to having sex with
I'm
this.
gonna take one picture of all of these and put them up on our Instagram, and you can guess which one we were talking about at which moment in this
you're welcome.
podcast.
These are beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Hit us with some more stuff. We got pins from Lapel Yeah. They're the love language pin set.
Love language pin set. What are these love language?
Oh, do you know the
you obviously is that China?
Is it? I'm gonna cry.
Oh my
you're
God, there's
gonna
a
cry. Hold on.
Oh.
Give him a moment. Give him a moment.
I'm not sure if that. I think it is her.
I think it's her.
yeah.
Wow.
How do you feel about it?
I've been writing about China all weekend, actually, so
Have you?
very emotional.
Oh, what a babe.
Keep your eyes out because I have 2 articles about China coming up in the next few months, and they are emotional.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited for you to have this pin right now.
I
don't know
I'm
who
really
anybody
excited
else
to
is.
have what I'm about to give it to you. Wow, I fumbled that.
Okay.
Everyone, Lady Berka Andrews has in her hand a garment. It is a thong, and it says, "You made the list."
You just made the list. It says, "You just made the list." And in Braille, in ASMR Braille, I'm going to read it to you.
She's rubbing the thong on the microphone.
You just made the list. Obviously, that was
Ooh,
for me.
ooh, and I have a door handle hangy that, you know, like the kind of thing that you put on the door that's like "Do Not Disturb," but it is a picture of the Heartbreak Kid, and it says, "I'm just a sexy boy," and he's wearing the belt and nothing else.
What?
And then on the back, it's his behind of the same picture, and it,
But
yeah, and it says, "I'm not your boy toy."
that's
It's a
great.
front and back. Someone took the time to take a picture front and back of him.
Sexy boy.
Look, he was legit banging.
Who is that guy? What's his name?
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
He's he broke a lot of hearts, including mine. Fuck, like I would not only admit to smashing that, I would brag about it. So anyway, the Valentine's Day box from Lapel Yeah was fucking phenomenal. Please go to lapelyeah, LAPELYEAH.com. Use the code NOBODIES for a discount on everything you buy, and all of it will be high quality. We just described some amazing things to you. You want all of them. I want all of them, and I'm sad that I have to split them amongst the 3 of us.
You just made the list.
What's the next topic on the list?
Oh, I learned this today. The WWE has been trying to hire Serena Williams as a wrestler. Yeah.
Would you think she would do that? I don't think she would do it.
Honestly, I think...
Wait,
like,
who? The WWE?
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't make sense because she is at the top of her game in a...
Also, she could buy the WWE tomorrow if she wanted to.
I don't think so.
She just spent $250,000 on Meghan Markle's baby shower.
That's a lot.
Um,
However,
That's not WWE purchasing money, but
Right.
like for a baby shower, she spent $250,000. She has the money to be able to purchase WWE
without
tomorrow.
without
I don't think
speculating
so.
on her finances, she's at the top of her game at a very skilled sport right now, and I think that she's not at a point where it makes sense for her to give up tennis. Like, she's not on a downturn.
I would love to see her serve a tennis ball at some bitch, though.
that would be her finishing move.
Like,
Would she use a tennis racket in a hardcore match? Is it too on the nose?
nothing's too on the nose for WWE.
Nope. Also, they don't do that shit, though.
I think that I would love to see her wrestle because I'm sure she'd be great at it, but I don't think she needs it.
I wonder what her like moveset would be.
I mean, I don't.
It's like a very nerdy question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of was, but we all pondered it for a brief
Yeah, yeah.
I
second.
took a moment and then I was like, I don't know enough about either
Know
tennis or
what to
wrestling.
say about it,
Would she
but-
be flippy or would she be striking or would
No,
she be
she would be a
submissions?
striker. I think she would be very similar to like the UFC bitches, like Shayna Baszler, like MMA shit, because she's tough.
She is tough.
She's not a flippy. You don't flip in tennis. You don't flip in. I don't know.
I
I
bet
don't-
she knows how to do a flip though.
I don't know enough about her
No.
physical capabilities beyond
would
the tennis
definitely-
ring.
Beyond
the tennis ring, the tennis court.
Tennis famously
ring.
played in a ring.
She would definitely be great on a microphone.
Oh,
she would
yeah.
give us some like. She would give us some poetry, I think.
Oh, she sassed that
Poetry,
referee.
She would
Poetry,
show
poetry.
up a lot of the time not in the mood. And do you know who deserves that? Vince.
Vince deserves a
And
powerful
someone like
black
her,
bitch.
someone like
to be
her
in the
would
ring
be
and be like, I'm not in the mood.
he
for
would
your fucking
actually just
shit."
have to listen to her after
He would
hiring
have
her.
to.
Like if she went out there and was like told to give a promo and she just didn't want to, like he would just have to deal with it because she's a big crossover star for him.
100%.
Well, and again, I think that's why it doesn't make sense for her to do it.
I don't
though,
think
because
it's
she
gonna
just
happen.
She just brings way more to this than he has than the WWE has to give to her. You know,
Yeah.
like, she doesn't gain.
Absolutely.
It would lower her, quite frankly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now, if she was signed to AEW, on the other hand,
I was just thinking that.
that would
They're
be
not ready
incredible.
for that big of a sign right now.
They
but
probably can't afford her.
they can't or can.
Cannot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and-
definitely.
And they're an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
So, like, again, she brings more to them at this point than they do
For
to
sure.
her.
For sure.
So I'm going to advise her to stay with her current career.
I think through this conversation, I've been convinced that I would love to see her in a wrestling ring.
I would like to watch it.
I would
What is
love
our
it.
next topic?
Wow, we really blazed through these, huh?
We're good.
Oh, one of the things, I mean, I'm writing about it, so I'll not talk about it so much. We were speaking of China earlier.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yes.
as we know, China has not been inducted into the Hall of
Mhm.
Fame.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening this year is they are inducting D-Generation X, which is
Uh-huh.
a group she belonged to.
Great. I don't know them. Who are the components of that?
Triple H,
Uh-huh.
Shawn Michaels,
Mhm.
X-Pac, the one with the
Oh,
dog.
the baby dog.
Yeah. Road Dogg, and a few other people.
That's cute. Sounds like a good group of people.
Yeah, they were
And
mean.
China.
Yeah, and China, and they were mean boys, and she was their bodyguard.
What?
Yeah, that's how they introduced her. She was Triple H's bodyguard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
And I know a lot of people online are mad at the idea that anyone would be salty about the fact that China was inducted as part of a group and not on her own. And I understand that. I do think it's fair to be dissatisfied because China deserves to be inducted on her own. I am happy that she's in there at all.
As does like Triple H on his own and other people of that group.
So
Yes.
hopefully in the future we can see some individual recognition. Like I don't think this story has to be done. I think that we can still see China recognized as an individual, but I'm thrilled that she's getting some kind of notice. She deserves it.
Triple H has also indicated, which must be very hard for him because she said some real mean things about him when she was alive, to be honest. Like beyond mean.
He also doesn't have the mental issues that she had.
He also probably was not very nice
He
to her.
probably wasn't very nice.
It's complicated, as we all know, but
Everything's fucking complicated, y'all.
he has indicated that it is basically an inevitability that she will be in the Hall of Fame by herself eventually.
Great. I am thrilled
I
with that.
think that's just him probably saying, once I'm in charge, this will happen, and that's great.
Which is quite big of him.
It's really big.
Truly.
Of him. I think he seems like he's probably a really nice guy.
I know.
Now.
I know. And then he like takes pictures in front of like Trump winning, and it's like, ugh.
Well,
People are complicated.
I don't want to get into politics right now, but there's nice people that have misdirected political views.
They're just very rich too. They're just from another world.
Not everybody is rich that believes that. But we don't
No,
need to
I
get
know.
deep into that.
Yeah.
Nah, if you voted for Trump, you're dead to me.
And that's fine if you are allowed to do that in your life. Not everybody is.
What's our next topic?
Should we just go to questions actually?
We can go.
Oh wait, we have a segment before.
Oh, we have a segment?
Yeah, it's your segment.
Oh. So now we are entering into the portion of this podcast where Lady Berica reads the man's tweets. Ronnie, are you happy now? You know they took me out to protect you from the man and from the audience. Thought you were the baddest woman on the planet? Question mark. Ronnie, did you feel that excitement and passion when the man came around again? These are good. That's what a main event is supposed to feel like. Although
We got it.
We got it?
We
Okay,
got it.
it's good. That was Lady Berica reading the man's tweets.
Are you all soothed?
Are you soothed?
If you're still awake, now we're going to move on to the segment based on our Patreon subscriptions. If you pay $10 or more on Patreon, then you can ask a nobody. That's what the segment's called, Ask a Nobody.
Ask a Nobody.
We've got 3 questions.
Can I do a theme music real quick?
Sure.
Ask a nobody. Ask a nobody.
Yeah, no, that's our theme song for sure.
Cool.
Great.
So we've got 3 questions. 2 of them are from Scott because we were supposed to do this last month and just forgot, and we overlooked Scott, and I feel terrible about it. So Scott, both of these are for you. The first one: if the WWE were to separate the women's division into its own weekly show, do you think it would only magnify the current feelings of the company's core viewership, cishet white men, that the women aren't as good as the men?
Who cares what they think?
Who cares what they fucking think? I think it would be brilliant to have an all-woman show. Actually, and I think what they would find is that it would be more popular.
I'm interested. I think that the thing about taking all the women off and putting them in a separate show is that it implicitly conveys a lesser value. Like, the women shouldn't be allowed to be included in the show.
What if they have a separate show and they're still appearing on?
That's
the
what, in
main
my
roster?
mind, that's what was happening. Is they're still appearing in the normal shit, but they also have their own spin-off.
I would watch. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it.
Oh,
That's
that
actually
would
the
be,
way to do it.
That would be different than the question was asking if we were to separate the women's division.
Oh.
into
well,
its own
that
weekly
would.
show.
I don't think that would work.
That implies
It would still be badass,
And
but it
'cause
would
you
also be
also-
a separate but equal type of situation.
You know for a fact they would just put less effort into it. So it's
Yeah,
like
definitely separate, but they would
Yeah.
have their own water fountain, and it wouldn't be as good of water.
right, and they would be like, well, the show doesn't have good ratings,
Yeah,
and we're
it's
not
fine.
going to pay for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be about it, and I also think that it does remove chances to do things like intergender wrestling that we sometimes get when we have everyone in the same show. I
Right.
think it's
I want more of that.
I understand how people might want that when they don't have the best interests of all wrestlers at heart. I'm against it.
Against it.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull up the second question. This is also from Scott. With AEW announcing openly queer and trans talent, do you think we'll be seeing WWE make an attempt to push those queer storylines they promised 3 years ago?
They're gonna have to, and it's not gonna be as good.
Yeah, probably.
Same feelings that I think that they're going to.
They did put Sonya Deville on Divas,
Oh, they did.
Total Divas. Yeah,
I need to watch those reality show.
They're not good.
Offshoots. I know they're probably terrible. But I want to.
They're on Hulu.
Yeah, fine.
But that's
Right now I'm watching Legion, so I can't dive into that.
Sure. But that also just feels like relegating it to Untucked as to putting it on the main show.
Totally.
And I think that it is time to have real queer stories on the real main roster, and I think that they will be slow to get there and not as good when they do it, is my assumption.
They're like it's crazy how AEW literally is already doing better by just putting Nyla Rose in a match.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm
it's
also
that
just-
simple. You just put her in a match. That's it.
I'm also just ready for the friendship tag team that is Penelope and Sunny Kiss.
Yeah.
To happen,
Yeah.
and just this intergender queer fucking badass bitches coming to rule everybody.
They would be such a fun tag team champs. For
we
that
saw
division.
them. We saw them at Matter of Pride
Last
2 months ago. Last month.
Yeah.
And and they were against each other, but it was so fucking beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
And they actually just love each other.
Totally.
They just fucking. I'm so mad I didn't introduce myself to Sunny that night. But I just love them.
Okay. And then our third question is from Miles. Hi, Miles. Miles wants to know, if you had to pick one book and one film to add to the national curriculum, what would you choose?
Paris is Burning.
I was exactly going to be my statement.
One book and one film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris is Burning is 100% the film. A book. God, I don't know what one book.
Do you read consistently?
Yeah, I'm reading slowly right now. I tend to read before bed, so I fall asleep and I have to go back and like recapture some shit. I don't know if the book that I'm reading now I would currently add to the national curriculum because I haven't finished it yet. Maybe something simple. I mean, like I'm looking at it right now. Like the People's History by Howard Zinn is like a nice idea, but it's real big. But something that is looking at a more like socialist-oriented view of our current history would be a nice idea.
I don't know what book it would be. It's stupid, but the thing that I'm thinking of that it's way less important, but I read this book called The Language of Clothes by Alison Lurie. She's like a Pulitzer Prize winner. And it's all just about like how you understand a person's outfit. And like she has this thesis that like a person's outfit is a sentence and each article of clothes is a word in a sentence.
Oh, interesting.
It's like it's like intro to semiotics basically, but it's one of the most interesting books I've ever read, and I never
would like
really
to
thought
read
about
that,
it.
actually.
I'll lend it to you.
We've had conversations about fashion and how our relationship to fashion is, and I think just in the last 6 months I've been really like conscious of what I wear in my daily life for multiple reasons that I don't really need to get into, but I think that completely makes sense.
Yeah, it was just a really interesting book. It's definitely not like important with a capital I, but I learned a lot and I think about it literally every day.
Well, then that's important.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Hedwig and the Angry Inch is just my all-time favorite film of all time, and I saw the film version before I ever saw it on stage, and it changed my life, and it really informs what I do in drag. If you've ever seen a video or anything I wear or anything, like you can find a piece of Hedwig in it, and that's important. Also, the behind-the-scenes documentary for Hedwig I've watched just as many times as the movie. Mike Potter is a genius. He was the makeup and hair artist for that. He's local here in Brooklyn. I just want to shout him out. And I think the book would actually be a play that I've been thinking a lot again about recently. Is called Take Me Out. I don't remember who it's by. It's a play about a professional professional baseball player who comes out. He's at the top of his game. It was purported to be loosely based on Derek Jeter, but that's never been confirmed or denied. But anyway, a professional baseball player at the height of his career coming out and what happens surrounding that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would like to read that.
I can loan you that.
Oh, we'll trade.
Okay.
Stupendous. All right, everybody. So is that our whole podcast?
Yeah, I'm done.
Great. Don't forget to follow all of our social media. We're the Nobodies NYC at most places. I'm at Ariel Italic at all the places.
I'm at the Lady Baraka.
Baraka, can you give a piece of platitudinous advice to lead us out?
What does platitudinous mean?
Just like, some of the secret bullshit for us to like meditate upon for the next month.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Baraka is currently pulling out her wallet, which means she has put the microphone fully down, even though she is still talking.
Now I'm ASMRing my
You're not talking into the microphone.
It's fine. They can still kind of hear me. I drink a lot of tea, and I love the yogi teas because they give you a little fortune on everything.
Yep, this is exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is one I pulled out, and usually they're kind of just like general, like, and there's a lot of lovey things.
Yeah, just read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is. This really hit me. It says, Don't laugh at me. Just let me do it. It says, let things come to you.
So think about that all week, everyone.
Everyone, let things come to you.
Oh, I love that you let me do my secret bullshit.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.